4 mistakes I made with American Express Gold. I got approved for Amex Gold back in November 2023, and I've had the card for a few months now. But in this video, I want to break down the 4 things that I wish I knew before I applied and received the card. Stick with me through the whole video because even though these are 4 mistakes, I'm actually going to give a rebuttal to each one that in a way justifies having the card, because a few months in, I am overall satisfied with the card, but I would have liked to know these beforehand because I may not have even applied for the card if I did. Consider this the complete know before you apply video, and be sure to drop a like along the way if you're getting any sort of value from this. Alright, let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Uber and dining credits expire at the end of the month. So the American Express Gold Card has a $250 annual fee, but a lot of people that get the card, myself included, see it as not much of a fee because it offsets with the credits that you get. You get $10 per month Uber Cash, and you get $10 per month dining credit. This can be used for things like Grubhub, Shake Shack, Cheesecake Factory, and a host of different others. Now, when I got the card, I was actually fed a little bit of misinformation in that the credits would just keep adding up, and at some point I could even have $100 worth of Uber Cash on my account that I could just use maybe the next time I was on vacation, and I could get a few free rides from Uber in theory. However, American Express Gold has a use it or lose it policy. If you don't use the $10 Uber Cash or the $10 dining credit in that month, you lose the credit. So if I wasn't traveling or using Uber rides frequently, then in theory the credit would just come and go. However, like I said, I do have a rebuttal for each of these mistakes, so stick with me here and stick with me throughout the whole rest of the video to learn each one. In this case, the rebuttal is that not only can you use the Uber credit for rides, but you can use it for Uber Eats. As a big fan of, well, food, I was going to be going out to eat anyways, and I can use the monthly Uber Cash for both Uber Eats delivery or pickup. Likewise with the dining credit, even if I'm not going to Shake Shack or Cheesecake Factory every month, I can also use it for Grubhub, and I can do things like Grubhub pickup where I'm really paying the same price for food that I would have been getting anyways, and I get to skip that delivery fee too. Mistake number 2. This involves the point system. Believe it or not, before I got the card, I thought that American Express was the only company to allow point transfer 1-to-1 or better with other point systems like the airlines and the hotels. In reality, both Capital One and Chase have similar programs where you can transfer your points from American Express, Chase, Capital One to partner programs and redeem them for even more points and even more rewards. The rebuttal here? Amex is still pretty freaking good. They still have access to a wide network of point transfer partners, and that network is so vast that a lot of times other companies don't even have access to these transfer partners. Do you have a good story about being able to use your American Express points or credit card points, transfer them to another program, and then get to enjoy an awesome vacation as a result? If so, let me know in the comments below. Mistake number 3. In terms of getting points back at grocery stores, that is 4 times points per dollar spent, this only works at US grocery stores, and it does not work at big stores like Costco, Walmart, Target, the supercenters. Now, I tend to shop at those places, so it becomes a bit of a problem in that I'm not going to get the max amount of points back when I go grocery shopping. And really this is on me because when I got the card, I didn't know this would be in the cards, no pun intended, but I'm planning on moving abroad this year, and so I don't know that I'm going to be able to use my American Express card to get 4 times back at any grocery store that I go to. Not to mention you can't get 4 times back at convenience stores and gas stations as you would a regular grocery store such as Aldi. The rebuttal here though is that in the States we're very fortunate to have access to a lot of different grocery stores and a lot of different places to shop and to get what we need to get. So maybe instead of going to Walmart, I'm going to Acme or Giant Eagle, places I know that are going to allow me to get 4 times points back for relatively similar prices. And finally, mistake number 4. I was in a rush to get into the American Express ecosystem. In actuality, I could have gotten the American Express Green Card for much less of an annual fee and very similar benefits. However, I really wanted to get into the American Express ecosystem. I wanted to start building an account there and seeing points rack up over time so that I can have the most travel benefits in the future. Did I need it right now? Probably not. But, like I said, here's my rebuttal. When I signed up for the card back in November 2023, I took advantage of a 90,000 point bonus. Now, normally it's 50, 60,000, maybe 70 if we're lucky, but 90,000 points are going to be added to my account as soon as I spend $6,000 within the first 6 months of owning the card. And 90,000 points goes a long way. I was stoked to be able to take advantage of this, and I do think that it outweighs even just the prospect of me getting in too soon. All in all, I have taken total advantage of the restaurant credit as well as the grocery store credit, but especially the restaurant credit. To be able to get 4 points per dollar spent at restaurants, which I do go to pretty frequently, that's huge. That's huge for me accruing points and making the most of the dollars that I'm spending. Likewise, most flights that I book are booked directly through the airlines, so I've really been taking advantage of the 3 times points per dollar spent that I get with Amex Gold. And at some point, if I really feel like I'm not getting the most out of the card, I can always downgrade or upgrade to something like the Platinum card. What do you think though? Is American Express Gold right for you? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like on the video on your way out and on your way over here. Thanks a lot.